W-I-K-W-I-K-M-A-N.
Thank you, sir. Whenever you're ready, counsel.
Mr. Wickman. Fine if we refer to you as Pete.
Sure.
Pete, what's your relationship to the plaintiff in this case, Redevco LLC?
I'm the owner.
To show you what is Exhibit 17. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes.
Tell me what that is.
That's Redevco buying 998D from Marja Rovala.
What does 998D look like today, the parcel?
It's a raw, undeveloped desert, a residential lot.
Has it ever been developed?
No.
You heard Mr. Sadberg just a little bit ago describe the parcels and the ground. Have you been to 998D yourself?
Yes.
How many times about would you say?
A few times.
Gone through the title history of the parcels, I mean the 998 parcels.
Yes.
I don't know if the world was listening when I was whispering earlier, so.
Well, probably, but we do
Well,
need to hear you now.
they got all my stock tips, man. Come on. All right, let's take a look at Exhibit 10. Can you tell me what's happening in this deed? Just briefly.
Desert Foothills Developers is conveying to Pinnacle Peak Moving and Storage.
Okay, and do you recall what property was transferred with this deed?
I believe that was, it'd be the Glenmore plat would be included in it, the 998Ds.
Okay. And I'm going to show you Exhibit 12. Can you tell me what this deed shows?
So that was Pinnacle Peak conveying 998 F, J, and H and keeping 998 D and E.
Okay. Exhibit 13. Can you tell me what this does?
Pinnacle Peak conveying to Lawrence Crudenire 998D.
Right. Then I'm going to go to.
Sorry, Mr. Wakeman. So Exhibit 12, the warranty deed to Candlewood excluded 998D?
Yeah, Pinnacle Peak kept D and E.
Okay. And then the conveyance of D is the warranty deed, Exhibit 13. Pinnacle Peak
Yes,
to
yes, yep,
Lawrence Crudenire. Okay.
yep.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Looking then at Exhibit 14. Do you see that?
Yep.
And what is Exhibit 14 doing?
Crudenire is now conveying to Dean and Nancy Brewer 998D.
Okay. And Exhibit 15.
That is a treasurer's deed conveying 998D to Kari and Marja Rovala.
And I don't think that one. Let's see. So Exhibit 17.
And that's Rovala to Redevco 998D.
Okay. Did you hear testimony earlier about Section 9 and 10?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to show you Exhibit 24. Let's see. Well, we don't have to go through each of these. I'm just going to go over to, let's see, 27. I can get my Zoom to work. Did you look at the ownership of section 10 at all?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm looking at exhibit 27. Can you tell me what this document is doing?
That's the G.R. Herberger and Catherine K. Herberger. This is section 10, and they are conveying it to security title as a trustee.
Okay. And this is in, you see a date on here? Trying to zoom out, but it does not want to. There we go. Let me know if I need me to scroll for it. Do you see that well, sorry about that. Let me go down here. There we go.
24th of January, 1982.
Okay. And you said that was all of section 10?
Yep.
Okay. And looking at exhibit 25, sorry, 28. Can you tell me what this deed does?
That's Pinnacle Paradise, or security title conveying to Pinnacle Paradise.
And that's different from the Pinnacle Peak we looked at earlier, right?
Yes, this is Pinnacle Paradise.
And what's the date on this deed? All right, it's at the top, yeah. Are you able to read that in advance?
It's
Fuzzy.
July 31 of 87.
Okay. So in your review of that section 10 ownership, did you see any common ownership between section 10 and section 9?
No.
Yeah. Looked at this one a little bit ago, exhibit 36. You're familiar with this, right?
Yes.
From your read of it, does this grant any rights to 998 or 998D or any of the unplatted parcels?
No.
Okay. Have you found any recorded or unrecorded easements giving 998D access into anything in section 10?
No.
Okay. I'm going to show you exhibit 39. Can you tell me what this is?
Map of dedication for roadways within Pinnacle Peak Village East. And the roadways are Alma School and Happy Valley Roads.
Okay, and can you see where this is situated? See where it says that?
Situated in sections 4 and 9.
Okay. And down here at the bottom of this vicinity map, you see the 4 and the 9 there?
Yes.
Okay, now if I go to the next page, and this shows, you see this
Bearing.
big one?
The bearing.
Bearing, yeah. That needle there.
Yep.
Okay, so if we go to the second page, do you recognize this?
That's sections 4 and 9.
Okay, and where do you see that?
It's, if you go straight up with your mouse, you'll see, and then go to the left a little bit, that's 9.
Okay,
And straight to the left is 4.
okay,
That's section 4 you're in, and section 9 you were in.
okay. And is this the same orientation as the prior page?
No.
How is it oriented differently?
If you rotate it to the right 90 degrees, there's a bearing arrow up in the top right.
Okay, let me see if this works. There you go. Yeah, okay. So does that now, would how I have it flipped now show north to the top of the page?
Yes.
Okay, and we can see that with our bearing arrow there. Okay, this dedication, where does it end?
That's You're in section 9, it ends at section 10,
Mhm.
which should also be, I believe, Solberg's property
Okay.
is there.
The eastern end of his property?
Yes.
Okay. And this was, let me see if I can rotate this back. You see a date on here of the dedication?
10/18/84.
Okay. Your Honor, I would like to read a portion of the requests to admit, responses to requests to admit in the record. They are part of Exhibit 41, I believe.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is the response of Mark Gong and Shuling Gong. And trying to get to this. And I'm on page, just for reference. My page. Well, it's I'm on the first page, I guess, of the request to admit. I'll try to grab that specific page number so we've got it. Looks like 12 of 41. The first request to admit on page 12. Admit that no recorded easement existed granting plaintiff's parcel access to Happy Valley Road or any other public roadway in 1985. Response, neither admit nor deny. Defendants Gong do not have knowledge or information regarding this issue and will admit only that they know of no recorded easement granting plaintiff's parcel access to Happy Valley Road or any other public roadway in 1985.
All right.
Request, and I'll just do these requests 1 and 2 together for each of the Solbergs and Gongs. Request 2, admit that no paved or improved road existed east of the Gong parcel, providing access to Troon 3 at any time in 1985. Response, neither admit nor deny, ambiguous as to the term improved road. Defendants Gong do not have knowledge or information regarding this issue and will admit only that they know of no paved road existing east of the Gong parcel, providing access to Troon 3 at any time in 1985. Let's work faster to move pages. Teach me to push that button again. Seven. Got an idea for an app improvement. Okay, looking at page, I'll go up just so we can see that. Confirm we're in the right spot. Okay, the request, yep, perfect. Request to admit, and I'll go down to the signature page so we can verify that. Admit that no recorded easement existed granting plaintiff's parcel access to Happy Valley Road or any other public roadway in 1985. Objection exceeds the scope of discovery under Rule 26 as well as the presumptive limitations under Rule 26.2. Subject to and without waiving these objections, the Solbergs respond as follows. Neither admit nor deny, as the Solbergs do not have knowledge or information sufficient to admit or deny the request, Moreover, it is plaintiff's burden to prove the claim. Admit that no paved or improved road existed east of the Gong parcel, providing access to Troon at any time in 1985. Objection vague and ambiguous and exceeds the scope of discovery under Rule 26 as well as the presumptive limits under Rule 26.2. Subject to and without waiving their objections, the Solbergs respond as follows. Neither admit nor deny, as the Solbergs do not have knowledge or information sufficient to admit or deny the request. Moreover, it is plaintiff's burden to prove its claim. Pete, I'm going to show you Exhibit 34. I'll just scroll through it briefly to let you be familiar with it, or if you are. Did you obtain the photographs in this exhibit?
Yes.
Where did you obtain them from?
Netter.
Do you remember what Netter is?
That's a national environmental. They store historical photos.
Okay. Title research, does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay. Did you alter these photos in any way?
No.
Okay. And do the, let's see. Let's just go through these in order real quick, beginning at the top. 1982. But I just want you to take me through these and tell me, just generally discuss what's going on here, point out what you observed. Let me know if I need to zoom that in any better.
So to start with, that wash that makes a V on the bottom, that's 998D, just so you know where we're at.
Right.
But that's just raw desert at this point, a few horse trails maybe around.
Okay. I'm going to move to 1984. You tell me what you observe in this picture.
You can see the start of Happy Valley Road. And looks like the start of the golf course.
Okay, and do you see this up here near the top right, or top left rather?
Yes.
You know what that is?
Looks like a neighborhood road.
Okay. Are there any residences in this photograph that you can see?
Not yet.
Okay. In the 1985, page 6 of 12. What about this one? Are there any houses built in this entire picture?
No.
Okay. What do you observe in this picture?
Still working on Happy Valley. Looks like maybe a little bit of pavement starting to show up.
Okay, where do you see the pavement at?
Up on Happy Valley and the one neighborhood road coming off it.
Okay, where does the pavement end in this picture?
Above. It doesn't look like it's quite to the section line.
Okay, are you looking over here?
Yes.
Okay. Oops, I skipped past that here. So in 1987, can you see what's going on here now?
Yep. Looks like there's a couple houses you see now. They're still working on Happy Valley Road.
Where are those houses at?
I'll find more.
Okay. And that's the flat immediately to the west of your parcel?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell any more at this point where Happy Valley Road is finished to?
It still doesn't look like it's to the section line yet.
Okay. And did you see these objects here?
Yes.
What would you presume that is at the end?
Construction equipment.
Okay. No houses yet, as you can see to the east of Glenmore. Is that accurate?
Yes,
And nothing in Troon 3?
correct.
You mentioned the wash at the bottom of your property. Is that, you see that in this image?
Yes, your mouse is on the
Okay.
south corner of it.
Okay. Would it be a fair characterization that to say that kind of runs as a V off to the left and to the right?
Yes,
Okay. And where does it, well, yeah, that is the whole picture. Okay. Where does it look like it leaves on the east side of this picture?
into Troon.
Okay. Right through here.
Yep.
Okay. And then does it go all the way up there?
Repeat the question.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to picture if you can tell me this wash you're discussing, that the continuous wash that goes all the way up to the right here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move to the 1988 one, which is on page 10. Can you tell me what's happening now in 1988?
It looks like there's now houses appearing on both sides. And looks like Troon has a little bit of pavement now.
Okay. And do you see on Happy Valley Road the color difference there?
Yes.
Does that look right about where it had previously terminated?
Yes.
Okay. And where does it look like it previously terminated based on this picture?
At the section line of
Okay.
9 and 10.
So those houses that I'm highlighting over here on this line, where are these?
In section 10.
Okay. Going to the 1989 image. What are you observing here?
Just more houses. Looks like Happy Valley's all the way through.
Okay. In any of these pictures we've just looked at, can you identify any road or driveway connecting 998D to Happy Valley Road?
No.
Did Redevco or any other owner you're aware of have any right to use any of the pads available, shown, visible in the photographs?
No.
Before this case was filed, did you make any attempts to obtain access to Happy Valley Road by agreement? Do
Yes.
you remember when approximately that was?
Few years back.
Okay. Would it have been around the time that you had that,
Sadberry.
okay, and does that help
It
you
would
place
have been around then, yes.
18, 19, 20 maybe?
Yep.
Okay. And what were you proposing at that time to the property owners of F, J, H, and E?
So the proposed easement, formal demand letter with the easement, and a check and a quitclaim deed.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna show you what we have as Exhibit 44. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, and it's the letter dated June 23rd, 2020. Is this what you were talking about?
Yes.
Right. And as part of this letter, is this the agreement you referenced that you shared with the other parties?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. I think it misstates the document.
One moment, please.
As to the reference to the other parties, I think he needs to be specific on that.
Okay, looks like the Mark A. and Schuling Gong Trust. Is that what you're referring to, Counsel? On the
Not to
proposed
hit the
easement?
point, there's not a letter to my client in that exhibit.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Siljander.
Sure. Was that a sustained? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I can ask a different way. Do you remember if in 2020 you sent letters to both of the parcel owners of 998F and 998J?
Yes.
Okay, and do you remember who the property owner was of 998J in 2020?
It was a guy out of Chicago.
Okay.
I don't remember his name.
Okay, but not Mr. Solberg?
Correct, not
And-
him.
And why did you not send it to Mr. Solberg in 2020?
He hadn't bought it from,
Okay, so he bought it more recently.
yes.
So at the time Mr. Solberg purchased the property, you would have already contacted the prior owner though?
Yes.
Okay. And you would have sent the check, just like you said you did to the Gongs at that time?
Yes.
Okay. What response did you get?
There was a letter back, no counter proposal, just no agreements were made.
Okay. Is your property, is 998D part of a homeowner association?
No.
We heard reference talking about hillside conservation. Is your property part of hillside conservation?
I believe the lower parts of the slope is, but parts of it are not.
Mhm. That's all the questions I've got for you now.
Thank you, counsel. Who would like to take the first cross?
I will, Judge. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Miller, please proceed.
Okay, Mr. Winkman, let me get a couple things straight here. I found 8 lawsuits with Rev Devco LLC in Maricopa County Court. Were those tax lien foreclosures that you guys did?
I believe so.
Okay, and then you had 2 personal ones against City of Phoenix and against the Maricopa County Treasurer under your own name. Same thing, tax lien foreclosures.
I believe so.
Okay, so when you bought this thing from Marja Ravello, did you know her?
Yes.
She's in the same business, isn't she?
Her husband was, yes.
Okay. And you, sir, knew there was no access when you bought it from her, correct?
And a recorded easement?
Yeah, recorded easement, any access whatsoever. You knew it was landlocked.
Yeah, I didn't know there was an easement.
I apologize, what's that?
I was not able to find an easement when I bought it.
Okay, so did she, okay, what are the terms of the deal when you bought it from her?
I'm not,
How much pay for it?
I can't really remember. Around 200,000
Okay, was that cash or did she carry some of that for you?
she carried.
Are you current with her?
Yep.
Are you current with the Maricopa County tax assessor?
It might be lagging a little bit.
Okay. What if there was an easement to parcel D, the one that's subject to this lawsuit? What would the fair market value approximate be as we sit here today? What would it be worth?
I have no idea.
Worth more than $200,000, I would assume.
I would assume, yeah.
Now, you settled up with Troon.
Yes.
Was part of the reason because the tee box on that particular hole encroaches on your land and you cut a deal with them and said, we'll ignore that or we'll quit claim it to you or whatever? Is that part of the term of that deal?
Yes.
Now, I did a little bit of research and you have a You have a business called thatcheap.com. What is thatcheap.com?
I don't have that business.
You don't, did you ever have that?
No.
You've never been a wholesale, real estate?
I worked for one, which is where I bumped into Rovala, but that wasn't my business.
Okay. So the Zillow advertisement suggesting that you work with thatcheap.com is not accurate.
Objective foundation.
Overruled. Answer if you are able, sir.
That was a guy I worked for. That was never my business. No.
You have a real estate license?
No.
For cross-examination purposes, I'm going to show you this document, if I might approach, Your Honor.
Yes, counsel.
Can I see it, please?
Yeah. Again, Your Honor, thanks for letting me approach. This will be quick and I'll pass it over to the county. Here's a copy for you. Thank you. Sure. Judge, here's a copy for you. We'll just look at the second page of this thing.
All right.
Now,
What was the purpose for the,
examination of
so impeachment or? Okay, I don't think you asked him if you ever offered homes for sale though.
on thatcheap.com on Zillow.
So I worked for a guy that maybe had that website.
Okay. Just that sentence there that says if I can sell anyone.
Your Honor, if this is not for impeachment, it's not a proper exhibit. It was never listed in an exhibit list anywhere.
One moment. I mean, the testimony was that Mr. Wickman did not do any wholesaling. And I think this is what the exhibit page 2 goes to. So going to allow it for impeachment purposes. Go ahead, Mr. Moore.
So just so I'm clear, he's asking if this was my company. I worked for this. I didn't own
You
this.
clarified that this was not your company, and I understand that, sir.
Okay.
Just that sentence there that says I can sell wholesale to anyone. I can sell to anyone, not just wholesale. But you didn't have a license when that statement was made, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That's probably like a company tagline or whatever. Yeah.
You don't work with those folks anymore?
No.
Are you aware that Title 32-2165 says that unlicensed activities in the state of Arizona is a misdemeanor, holding yourself out as a real estate professional?
Objection, relevance.
Relevance, Mr. Moore?
Just the fact is, Judge, we're talking about credibility in this case. Sure looks to me like he was holding himself out in the public as someone who could sell real estate, and that's not proper. Trying to impeach him.
I disagree. The objection is sustained. Let's move on.
Fair enough. Couple quick questions and I'll pass to my fellow counsel. You will admit that the severance of the 3 parcels occurred in 1985 in that area, correct?
I believe that
Okay.
that's the day that happened. I don't have it memorized, but
Okay. And you will admit that when you received a deed from your colleague, friend, acquaintance in 2017, you knew that there was no recorded easement getting that property access, correct?
yep.
and you knew that she obtained it from a treasurer's deed in 2008 when Dean Brewer and Nancy Brewer lost it for failure to pay taxes.
Yes.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Wilson?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Mr. Wickman. My name is Stephanie Wilson. Formally meet you. Can I have the computer? Thank you very much. And what I have up on the screen, I think, is actually P17, which is, this is your deed that you testified about. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that was March of 2017. So we're now over 9 years later, and you have not done any improvements or anything on your lot, correct?
Correct.
And you haven't produced in this case any plans for that easement for approval with the city or anything, correct?
Are you talking about what Sadberry did, or you?
No,
something?
from the city. You haven't gone and gotten approval from the city or anybody else to see if that'll work, have you?
My understanding, no, I have not.
Okay. And if I look at page 2 of your deed, it lists the legal description at the top, right? Exhibit A?
Yes.
Okay. And and I think you testified about this earlier, but your parcel is in section 9, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And you pulled up a bunch of, I guess you did research. Did you personally do the research with the county recorder to look at the plats for the Glenmore and the Troon Ridge?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you figure out which communities to look for?
I'm not understanding.
Well,
Like
how did you know to go to look at Glenmore or to look at Troon Ridge?
Okay, so that would be from Sadberry, Breyer, help me, Paul Sigston. I'm not a surveyor, but.
Right.
So, yep.
Okay. Did you look at, Troon has multiple communities within it. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. Did you look at any of those other communities in Troon when you pulled up plats or anything?
No.
Okay. So, and have you heard of Troon Village Association?
I'm sure I saw it somewhere in there, but I'm not real familiar with it.
Okay. And so have you seen the declaration of covenants, conditions, and restrictions for Troon Village from 1988?
Objection foundation.
It's just.
Ask if you've seen it.
I'm sorry.
Overruled. Yep.
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay. Is that something you recall you saw when you were doing any of your search with the recorder's office?
I don't recall.
Okay. So do you have any reason to not believe that Troon Village encompasses section 9?
Hold on, there's an objection as to form.
I can rephrase it. Are you aware that Troon Village covers section 9?
Is Troon Village the HOA? Is that?
It's Troon Village. It's the amended and restated declaration of covenants, conditions, and restrictions for Troon Village.
No, I'm not familiar with that. No.
Okay. Are you aware that, so if you're in section 9 and Troon Village covers section 9, that would cover your property, right?
Object the foundation.
No, overruled. Answer if you're able, sir. But I think
I'm
it's
not.
And if you don't know,
I don't know.
okay. And my understanding is that, and I think you were here from Mr. Sadberry, obviously, he was told where to start and stop the easement. Is that?
Yes.
Okay. And if I have my facts straight, you started with Graham, went to Sadberry, went back to Graham, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so you had some control over the location of this proposed easement, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think you said in testimony with counsel, when he asked you about your property taxes, you said they might be lagging. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you aware that they're delinquent of over $7,500?
Well, I know they're expensive, yes,
Okay.
but I'm
So-
not, the dollar amount, I'm not,
Okay. I'm happy to share it with you. I mean,
I would believe you.
okay. And in fact, for the past 2022, for tax year 2022, 23, and 24, there have already been tax liens sold on your property, correct?
I haven't looked, but that's probably yes.
And so that delinquency is over $10,000.
Okay.
And you talked about the letter that you sent out to the prior owner of the Solberg's property, but you didn't send him that letter, did you?
Mr. Solberg?
Correct.
No, didn't.
That's all I have.
Thank you, counsel. Redirect, please, Mr. Siljander.
Yep, just briefly, Pete, you were asked whether you've done any improvements on the lot. Could you tell me how feasible it would be to make improvements on the lot without a driveway to it?
Yeah, it's not gonna, no, you can't.
You were asked about whether you had submitted plans or anything to the city of Scottsdale. Have you had any conversations with them about putting a road to, or I should say a driveway to 998D?
I did have conversations with him, yes.
And what was your understanding of the ability to do that?
Need an easement, would need to be granted easement first.
And was your understanding that with that you would be able to put a driveway down there?
Yes.
We talked briefly, you were just asked briefly about the couple different surveyors that first Graham Surveying did some work, and then Sadberry, and then Graham. Do you recall, can you just give a little bit of context to that, like what that was?
So Graham was busy, and then Sadberry was able to go there with his drone. Then he was busy, so I think somebody had mentioned there was a change from Graham the second time, and that's for the power. The power for the 998Ds is inside the gate. So to get in there, you need an easement around it. You're gonna have to dig in and connect to the power.
Okay, so the second time with Graham, you're saying that he did something different with respect to the gate.
Correct.
That's all.
All right, Mr. Wickman, thank you very much for your testimony, sir. You may step down. Siljander.
Yep, we'll get our, what's the next one? I should go. Yeah, just pop up there.
And perhaps counsel, while we're waiting for the next witness, we can address exhibits 10, 12 through 15, 17, 27, 28, 34, 39, 41, and 44, all referenced but not yet admitted pursuant to stipulation or otherwise. 10, 12 to 15, 17, 27, 28, 34, 39, 41, 44.
Nope.
No problems from the Gongs.
All right. Cordelia will admit 10, 12 through 15, 17, 27, and 28, 34, 39, 41, and 44.
And my paralegal just went out to get Mr. Sixton, so he'll be our next witness.
Who is your next witness?
Mr. Sixton, Paul
Thank you.
Sixton. texting with him, he might have had some trouble finding the courtroom, so.
Okay. All right, well, while we're waiting on Mr. Sixton, counsel, I want you to consider this in the nature of a jury question. Are E and H, either or both, planned for development? And if so, what is the access to those parcels?
Land or land? Land.
Planned,
Okay,
are they planned for development or are they under development? And what is the access to those parcels? These are the Troon parcels.